Hi guys, in the previous video I showed you how the data can be managed manually, but such a management only makes sense if the person enters the data into the system systematically during months and not all at once. If a large amount of data is about to be uploaded all at once, manual process would be somewhat crazy. Here I am about to show you how the entire data entry process can be accelerated using Excel files. First, let me show you the example Excel file with which the app can work. I have one here ready, so I will open it by sheets to demonstrate. First, we can see there are two workbooks inside. Each workbook is a separate subject. For this demonstration, it is enough to go through the first of them. Simple rule: one line is one question. There are three columns in it. The first column is chapter, the second is question, and the third is answer. Well, simple, isn't it? And this Excel file can be opened directly in EduNotes. Before I do that, let's see what we currently have in EduNotes. I have there two subjects, literature and Spanish language. The former one contains two chapters with some data, two questions in one of the chapters. So now I will open this Excel file directly in EduNotes. The app asks me which workbook I want to import into which subject. By default, the subject name is given based on the sheet name, and if such a subject does not exist, it would be created during import. So, let's say for the purposes of this demonstration, I want to import the literature sheet into corresponding subject, and the Spanish workbook, well, can be imported in literature as well, or in a new subject, or I can just skip it. So I will skip it, you don't need it. So I just push the button and it's imported. So let's see what was imported into literature. We can see that there are three chapters now. The first chapter now has three questions instead of two, and the new chapter contains some data as well. An important rule applies. Data is never deleted, but appended or updated. During the import, for each record from the Excel file, the app tries to find a question in the given chapter. If it doesn't find it, it creates it. If it finds it, it updates the answer. If the value in the Excel file is different than in the app. So this is the basic principle of importing from Excel file, but it is definitely not the everything. In the app, on the very top, there are several icons. On the far right, there is the sharing icon. Right next to it is the download icon. They work very similarly. In the first case, an Excel file will be generated and it can be sent via email, WhatsApp, and so on and so on. In the second case, same file is generated and sent to the file system on the mobile phone. When I click the download icon, the app asks me what I want to export from the subjects. I have two options. The first option, well, if I pick it, only the questions and answers will be generated. This is what we saw in the basic Excel file with three columns. This file can be then sent to my friends because, well, it's safe. It contains only the data. The second option exports everything on top of the basic data, contains my own results, my grade, score, settings, and so on. So I just generated that kind of Excel to show you. So I will open it. Here it is. And you can see it now contains 6 columns, not 3. There are those number of successes and the date and the time of the last success. Plus it contains also the 5 additional rows with the settings. These are the settings of the subjects. For example, the required number of successes to have the answer mastered, and so on. This one. Yeah, and this kind of Excel file with all the data, this is not advised to send to the other guys. This is for you to archive. or backup the data. Yeah, I forgot to show you what happens when I click on the sharing icon, so that this is it. Again, it asked me what I wanted to share. I picked something and I was able to send it via email or WhatsApp or whatever you have installed on your phone. Important thing, if I'm on the home screen with all the subjects, the file is generated with several worksheets, one worksheet for each subject. But if I am only on the data of one subject, the Excel is generated only with this one. So let me show it to you. I generated an Excel from the detail of one subject, and when we look inside, there is only one sheet containing this subject. So let's go back to the app's home screen, because there are two more icons on the top. We went from the right, so let's continue. The icon with small plus sign simply opens the directory where all the files are downloaded, and filters only Excel files. So I can choose one and it goes right to import. It's just a shortcut, so I don't have to open the files application. And the last icon, the library icon, will open a public Google Drive library where various Excel files will be added for initial import according to the interests of users. These Excels can be imported as well, so let's say I just pick this one. This is chemistry, so I will use the import functionality. So yeah, you see this is inside, so I will use the import functionality. The sheet is named data, so let's say I will import this one into subject chemistry. Push the button and here it is. Chemistry with one chapter, because this was in the Excel file. Well, so we went over how exporting and importing from Excel works, and in the next video I will show you the functionality which is closely related to this, the automatic synchronization with data stored on a Google Drive.